Welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for December 4th, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 11. And you've heard me say it before that the 11 can be a higher vibrating, expansive, enlightenment 11, expanding consciousness. Or occasionally we can, get afraid of expansion and we can collapse things down and fall into a 2. And today I feel like we have potentially a little bit of both of those. So let's dive into this for a second. So if we want to dream big, which is the 11, it will be a challenge to kind of find a way for our dreams to be heard and understood. So right now, expect kind of waves of chaos flooding through our lives as there are so many things happening all at once. And we may feel as if we know a lot about a lot of things, but feel the master of none, actually. And so expect to be easily distracted by the news, which we shouldn't be watching, or by what's happening in the world, and while it's important to be informed, it's important to also know when to kind of like not be dragged into it, energetically. So it becomes more and more clear that there is kind of no more time to waste in the world. We have to kind of put what we know and what we've learned into action. There will be those that choose instead to procrastinate, which is also part of the number 11. So you can get so many things going in so many directions that you just feel like you can't do any of them well. And so then you just sort of collapse into kind of a procrastination phase, which also notice that's like the number 2, which is the negative mind. Frustration is going to be one of those things that is hard to let go of in certain positions. It's just going to be difficult to let go of. It's important to see procrastination and frustration as that energy that's trying to take you out of the higher vibrating number 11 and down into the negative mind number 2. So notice those that justify and try to intellectually analyze the situation into a place that is familiar and that perpetuates the denial. Others will choose to become emotionally distant. Each of us is working through the internal and external chaos in our world. And things may feel like a struggle. It's easy to get stuck in the emotional density of the physical plane. It's often easier to live in an illusion when the reality is such a struggle. But this can activate those visionaries and dreamers that are willing to think way outside the narrow consciousness of humanity. There are many young people that are going to be the generators of new ideas, though they may not know how to handle it financially, and they might need a lot of structural, detailed help to make those dreams into a reality. This number wants to awaken the humanitarians in the world that intend to help the planet and make our world more environmentally conscious. Each of us is going to be required to try a little bit of everything in order to get to our higher goal. We need to be careful and to not have our heads in the clouds or to procrastinate. Notice those that are being intolerant when someone tries to get them to deal with the reality. Be careful of making poor financial decisions that put themselves and others at risk. There are a number of lies and deceptive practices in the number 11 in full swing, obviously, at the moment. And so notice that those that make up stories to avoid being told the truth are wildly running rampant out there. The number 11 is associated with the spiritual body because with all the dreaming, it is an attempt by the universe to open our crown chakra and to find the direct connection to the universal flow. All forms of meditation are helpful with the number 11, and just remember that we are the only ones who can find the door and open it to the light that we hold inside. Astrology for today. The moon is in Cancer early in the morning, and then it goes into Leo. Expect more interactions from others, but be careful as COVID is exploding. The moon squares Uranus, and know that some feel the need to stick to their guns. That's fine. Let them stick to their guns. The moon trines Mercury in Sagittarius, and that encourages deeper conversations. Mercury trines Chiron, and it opens us to new ideas that show how and what we need to learn. Communication becomes more instructive as well as communication becomes more instructive, period. Those topics that are sensitive seem to flow in more authentic directions. Somehow, things we can say finally feel heard in a more constructive way. We seek to understand important anchors in our life and how they have defined us. Are they required as we move forward? Perhaps it's time to see our choices from a different reality. Perhaps we have outgrown our old shell of beliefs and perceptions, and perhaps that is a very good thing. My quote for today: share your gifts with as many as is appropriate. Share your love share your love when there is an authentic opening without agenda. There are so many places that we take and take and take in the world. Perhaps it's time to notice where we can give something back. And my blog for today: it's not about getting what we want as we move into the higher realms of consciousness. It's about giving what we have. And regardless of if anyone thinks that is enough, we can only give what we have to give from a place of unconditional support and respect. I learned a long time ago that everyone has gifts to give. Some people have only a few, and often those that have only a few to give have magnificent gifts, and that's where you get confused. When someone has a few amazing things to offer, others can get attached and want more. But when we have unconditionally offered what we truly have and are willing to give and don't have anything else, then the demand of others makes one feel horrible. As the saying goes, you can't get blood out of a turnip. Those incessant demands for us to give more and more when we can't, won't, or it is inappropriate will make people go away. That is why it's important to allow others to give what they have. Then it is your job to receive fully that offering and honor it. But then, more often than not, you also have to learn to walk away and continue on your journey. Thanks, everyone.